Gordon Ramsay was originally assigned to work with fish and meat in the kitchen, but he wanted to become a baker since that was the one area he hadn't explored. Over the years, he has faced death threats, arrests, and even bankruptcies, but nothing compared to the pain he felt in 2016 when his son Rocky died at 5 months in the womb. The loss deeply affected his family. Gordon later said that without losing Rocky, they wouldn't have had their son Oscar, which confused many people. What he meant was that Oscar was born after IVF treatments that took 18 months, following the heartbreak of losing Rocky. That tragic event came years after other struggles, including a 2008 scandal that almost ended his marriage. Gordon Ramsay was born on November 8, 1966, in a small Scottish town called Johnstone. He was the second of 4 children. His mother, Helen, was a nurse, and his father, Gordon James Sr., worked many different jobs but could never keep one. His father drank heavily, and his drinking tore the family apart. Gordon's childhood was filled with fear, moving constantly to escape debts, failed jobs, and his father's violent outbursts. His dad often beat his mother so badly that she once needed 57 stitches on her face. The police were called many times, and sometimes the children had to be taken away for safety. Gordon grew up watching his father destroy everything his mother loved, and he saw her cry and bleed. That fear stayed with him forever. When Gordon was 5, the family moved to Stratford-upon-Avon in England, and things got worse. His father's violence became more dangerous. His sister Diane said their father would blame the kids for everything, and their mom would pay the price. At 9 years old, Gordon started working in an Indian restaurant where his sister also worked. It wasn't for money, it was to escape. Washing dishes and peeling potatoes gave him peace and focus, unlike the chaos at home. By the time he was 12, he found another escape: football. He joined the Warwickshire under-14 team, trained 5 days a week, and even played in the Football Association Youth Cup. But his father never once came to watch. When he was 16, Gordon finally left home and moved into an apartment with his sister. That was the first time he felt safe. He enrolled in a hotel management course and promised himself he would never touch alcohol after seeing what it had done to his father. At 15, his football career nearly took off when he got a trial with the Glasgow Rangers, his father's favorite team. But in 1985, a serious knee injury ended his dream. His father mocked him, which only strengthened Gordon's resolve. In 1986, he dedicated himself fully to hotel management and began working in kitchens, washing dishes, and learning the basics. The chefs shouted and threw pans, but Gordon stayed focused. In 1987, he graduated from college and joined famous chef Marco Pierre White at Harvey's in London. The kitchen was brutal, and Gordon worked 16-hour days. One day, Marco threw a pan at him, and Gordon broke down crying, but he didn't quit. He learned how demanding perfection could be. In 1988, he joined Albert Roux at Le Gavroche, where mistakes cost him fines or hours of punishment cleaning the kitchen. Then in 1989, he moved to Paris to work under Joel Robuchon, sleeping in a broom closet to save money. One day, Robuchon threw a hot plate at his head for under-seasoning a dish. Still, Gordon stayed and kept learning. In 1990, he worked under Guy Savoy, who once locked him in a freezer for 30 minutes after a mistake. Gordon nearly quit but turned the pain into motivation. By 1991, he was back working for Albert Roux at the Waterside Inn, where he finally earned respect and was promoted to senior chef de partie. At just 27, in 1993, Gordon became head chef at Aubergine in Chelsea, thanks to Marco Pierre White's recommendation. But he constantly clashed with the owners over money and quality. Despite that, Aubergine earned 2 Michelin stars. Behind the scenes, the owners wanted to replace Gordon with Marco, and when Gordon found out, he secretly had someone steal the restaurant's reservation book, worth thousands. Years later, he admitted it was him. In 1998, Gordon convinced nearly all his staff to quit Aubergine with him, leading to lawsuits from the furious owners. Gordon countersued and won, using the settlement money to open his own restaurant, Restaurant Gordon Ramsay, which became a huge success. However, that same year, he was arrested at Green Park Station after a night out, though his team claimed it was just a prank. Over the years, his temper and behavior made headlines. He once said women didn't belong in kitchens because of pregnancy and periods, sparking outrage. In 2001, he was sued for $29 million by a man who claimed Gordon humiliated him on Kitchen Nightmares. In 2002, he was arrested for drunk driving but escaped charges on a technicality. He also got into physical fights during filming and continued his pattern of extreme temper. Despite his controversies, Gordon became a global star. His shows like Hell's Kitchen, MasterChef, and Kitchen Nightmares made him famous for his fiery attitude. But his success didn't stop financial trouble. By 2008, his restaurant empire was nearly bankrupt with millions in debt. He had to sell his car and lay off dozens of workers. In 2016, tragedy struck again when Tana, his wife, miscarried their son Rocky at 5 months. It broke their hearts. They held private memorials, and each family member carries something to remember Rocky. Gordon said that without losing Rocky, they wouldn't have had Oscar, their son born in 2019 through IVF after many failed pregnancies. In 2024, Gordon was in a serious bike crash that left him injured and unable to work for months. Then in 2025, he revealed that he had undergone surgery for skin cancer found during a checkup after the accident. Fans were shocked to see him with stitches across his face, and he urged people to wear sunscreen. Gordon met his wife, Tana, in 1992 when she was 18. They married in 1996 in a small ceremony with only 12 guests. Their marriage went through ups and downs, including an affair scandal in 2008 that nearly destroyed them. Still, they stayed together and now have 6 children. By 2025, Gordon Ramsay was worth over $220 million with 88 restaurants worldwide. But even with all his success, he's faced pain, loss, and lessons that shaped who he is. He once said, "We wouldn't have Oscar if we hadn't lost Rocky." There's no substitute, but there is a bond. That bond continues to carry his family through every storm.